Greetings, Hong Kong, my cherished home. It is my second home, but have you ever wondered why Hong Kong holds a special place in my heart? Hong Kong is a home of about 330,000 foreign domestic helpers, of which 190,000 are Filipinos, like me, and 147,000 are from Indonesia. 355,700 households, or one-third million of the population, are employing domestic helpers, which represent 13.14%. These ordinary individuals support the dual income families, managing household chores, taking good care of children, and elderly family members. Their assistants enable full-time professionals to focus on their work without worrying about their homes. Working parents can also enjoy more quality time with their children after work. Hiring a foreign domestic worker is often more affordable option compared to other caregiving and housekeeping services, making it the popular choice among expats and local families alike. Would you believe that out of 9 speakers, I am the only domestic helper, whether it is a cheche or ayaya? By the way, let me ask, how many of you here have a domestic workers in your house? Please raise your hands. Thank you. And having a domestic helper helps and proves that and help you with the advantages in bustling life of Hong Kong. As long as these helpers are treated well, provided with food, given a day off each week, right now it's my day off, receive timely salary and insurance, of course, and have the opportunity for vacation, especially guys, when we have an emergencies back home. Their presence can greatly enrich the lives of both of the employers and the migrant workers. I would like to extend my warm greetings to all of the employers present today, including my own generous employer, even though I am relatively new to their household. They paid me 10,000 Hong Kong dollars. There they are. I am honoring them. Time has flown by swiftly. I completed my college education here and pursued vocational courses in hotel and restaurant management. I attended numerous training sessions, worked with 1 local and 7 expat families, and achieved various accolades in writing and song competition, cooking, and most of all, public speaking in front of all of you. I have been featured in several magazines and media outlets. I have published 2 books and served as an ambassador to different non-government organizations and provided support to Filipino communities. I also host my online FM radio show and founded Horizons International, a talent house that helps to develop the talents of migrant working. And through hosting numerous community events too, I have enjoyed a back-to-back success. Most of all, because of my nanny job or as a helper, I have traveled 9 countries, including Germany, USA, the Netherlands, Indonesia, Malaysia, Lebanon, Macau, Taiwan, Japan. Can you guess how many years I am here in Hong Kong? If you will stay with me till the end of my talk, I will give you my answer, and thank you for all of your wavering support. But let me ask you first, have you ever wondered why there is a domestic helper? Why we exist? This is the purpose of this talk. That's why I am here in front of all of you. Is it a job that we magically wish for? Or, allow me to take you back 26 years ago. Did you know that globally, an estimated 15% of young women give birth before the age of 18? It's referred as the teenage pregnancy, and I am no exception. But I'm not alone in this case. Was it a moment of misery or a regret for me? When I was 14 years old in our hometown in Philippines, due to circumstances surrounding me, I woke up one day and realizing I was already a young wife. My mother was in tears, saying, "You ruined your life and your future." But that didn't deter me from pursuing my studies in high school. 2 months before my graduation, I received a scholarship grant. And believe it or not, it is my chance for me to redeem myself. However, I discovered, can you guess what I discovered? I was 2 weeks pregnant. And if you were in my shoes, what will you choose? The baby or the college degree? What are you doing when you are 16 years old? It's your happy, carefree life, right? And what about me? What about a 16-year-old mother with no experience to raise her child? And what would the lives of the mother and daughter be like after 2 years and 26 years? Some of may view the baby as just a fetus. That can be removed. But for me, it was my baby, my miracle. The whole world may turn its back on me, but I chose to embrace my baby wholeheartedly. Although I was young, and as my baby was growing, so did my abilities as a mother. I was determined to provide my baby with a bright future. Who among you are parents here? That's also what you want to provide for your kids, right? A bright future, no matter what is your age. So, whatever hardship I encountered, I go on, I continue, and had a tough labor. But as T.S. Eliot said, birth is an experience that demonstrates that life does not merely have function and utility, but form of beauty. It was a moment of joy and wonder when I welcomed Marinella, my bundle of joy. She became my guiding light of my life journey. While my peers was revealing their teenage lives, you know how teenager goes, happy-go-lucky lives. Me, I am taking good care of her, changing her diapers, sleepless night. And then she is growing up, and she would often ask me how to teach her how to recite a poem or help her with her dancing moves. Despite our financial struggle, I consistently prioritized her education over material possessions. There were moments when she would say, "My friend's mom can buy whatever they want. I hate you," but I always respond to with love, reminding her that I am a loving mother who makes sacrifices for her. Meanwhile, my landlord reminded me to pay the rent, which had been delayed for 4 months. Additionally, the electricity and the water bills were also due soon. Feeling overwhelmed, I stepped outside the house and get some fresh air and clear my mind. That's when I noticed my neighbor. She is seeing me that I am sad, and then she's working in an agency, so she offered me, do you want to work abroad? And she said, this is a salary deduction. So even though I didn't contemplate whether I was capable for the job, I seized the opportunity because it's salary deduction. As long as I meant a steady income, I was willing to face my challenges. I commended working abroad when Ella was just 7 years old. I missed witnessing her growth. But we remain connected. Misunderstandings would occasionally arise. But whether though face-to-face meetings or online communication, nothing could break the bond between us. I continue to be a devoted mother to Ella. Never once regretted the decision I made. While my friends now are just only beginning to change the diapers and stay late at night, Ella was already assisting me with my charitable work and often helping me with my computer issues. This year, she will graduate from college. The 16-year-old mom set a positive example to my daughter. I completed my college education, published my 2 poetry books, and of course, as what I said before, I have founded my talent house. I have also married a man who loves Ella as his own, and she reciprocates the love. Ella is now my precious gem at 26 years old, and our bond is unbreakable. If she will become a teenage mother like me, I will support her and guide her through her mistakes, as long as she learns from them. There is no time to become a perfect mother, and no one is ever fully prepared for the tremendous responsibility it entails. We must embrace this responsibility wholeheartedly. That's the story behind it. But you see, out of the love of her child, a mother becomes a migrant worker. However, the story doesn't conclude there. I worked for only 3 years in that initial country because it was ravaged by war. I faced the fear of never seeing my family again. But I clung to hope, believing that I would persevere and reunite with my children, provide them with better future, the way all of you wants to provide good future for your children. However, due to the mismanagement of my ex-husband, my hard-earned money was lost. I returned home to find myself that I'm in debt, without a house, or even a patch of land to call my own. Thankfully, I was presented with another opportunity to work in Hong Kong, a much more favorable country for migrant workers. This leads me to the question, why did I choose to become a migrant worker once again? While working in the Philippines, I held 3 jobs. Right, 3, including office work, but the salaries were insufficient to meet my children's need. Why you will work when you cannot provide? Being a domestic helper in Hong Kong provided a higher income that could support my family and offer my children a quality education. I endured years of separation from them, not only me, the rest of the migrant workers here too, missing their birthdays and school activities. But deep in my heart, I knew that this sacrifice will be worthwhile in the end. As they say, The best inheritance a parent, a mother, or a father can give to their children is a good education. Through my relentless dedication as a domestic helper, I was able to provide for their education and secure for their future. Now, I have a message for all the employers in this audience. When you hire a domestic helper, you are not simply employing someone to perform the household chores or care for your children and elderly family members. You are opening your doors to someone who harbors dreams, aspirations, and unyielding desire to create a better life for their loved ones. Treat them with respect and kindness. Express appreciation for their hard work and commitment. Recognize that they too have families back home who rely on them. Offer them compensation, decent working conditions, and opportunities for personal growth. By doing so, you are not only making a positive impact on their lives, but also you are contributing to the overall being of our society. Hong Kong is so lucky. Not all countries have a domestic helpers to help them in their daily lives. What you meet and see a domestic helper in the street, please smile and say hi to them. That's enough to make us feel warm and we're included in the society. Don't forget to attain balance. All should take different roles. It just happens that we're the helpers and you're the bosses. As it will be awful if all will be employers who will run the house and do the cleaning, cooking, food, and shelter are basic rights and necessities of life. For my fellow domestic helpers who are here to support me, and to those who's watching at YouTube, don't forget, we signed a working contract. Means this is a professional job. It's just we're very underrated. Take it to the highest level of our working performance. During Sundays, improve yourselves. Attend courses that will give you skills that will help you to a higher salary. Believe it or not, I am paid 10,000 Hong Kong dollars compared to the minimum salary of 4,730 Hong Kong dollar times 2, right? As my employers saw my different skills that are very helpful in making life easy to run their busy household. Who doesn't have a busy household in Hong Kong? If all of us will be earning like this, it's also worth being far away from our family. And most of all, we will avoid debts. Most of all, we're happy as we're financially stable and we could perform our task well. Happy employer, happy helper, productive household. As for me, my journey continues. I have resided in Hong Kong for 15 years. And within those years, I have witnessed countless sunrise and sunsets, experienced both joy and pain, and encountered both success and failure. Each step I took, whether significant or minuscule, propelled me toward shaping my future and the future of my children. My story is not solely about being a domestic helper. It's about resilience, determination, and unbreakable love of a mother. I am more than a domestic helper. I am a mother, a provider, an advocate, and a dreamer. And through my journey, I aspire to inspire others to believe in their strength and pursue their dreams, irrespective of the challenges they may face. Thank you, Hong Kong, for embracing me as this is my second home. Thank you all for lending your ear to my story. that represents the 340,000 migrant workers. Together, let us build a society that values and uplifts every individual, regardless of their background or occupation. Let us create a world where everyone can thrive and fulfill their potential. Thank you, and we will all continue to strive for a brighter future.